Right. Hello, everyone. Busy Gamer Dad back again for our second session of Sea of Stars. Super excited about this game to go on this journey with you guys. I want to make sure I call out some of the design things that I see along the way. I was going back into some of my older videos recently, and I noticed that I don't talk about some of the design aspects of the games that I'm playing, and I really think that the visuals are like it for me. The story is definitely super important, the narrative and the overarching reason of why you're there. But you don't get that so much from like a Mario game. But the visuals and the background aesthetics or the just general aesthetics of the game really make me want to play a game and get involved with it, as well as the general mechanics of the game. So those are the three, we'll say, the pillars that I play games on. Is the narrative good? Is there a good design aesthetic to it? And then are the mechanics good? And those really sum up if I want to play a game when I'm looking at them. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way, or if there's something else that you guys look for in a game. You know, is it generally popular? You follow the crowd. That's okay if you follow the crowd and get your insight from any of the other bigger YouTubers or any of the other AAA industry video game developers out there, and you buy the next whatever version, Final Fantasy 18 or whatever it is, Not to say that Final Fantasy 18 or Final Fantasy is a bad series, but they are always going to have a solid foundation based on those three pillars. Even if it is from a bigger developer, that's what I look for, and smaller developers as well. Like, I can omit one or let one of them slide with the narrative if the developer is a smaller company and they don't have a good story fleshed out. If the gameplay is really fun, if it's a roguelite and the elements are there, and I really enjoy the game mechanics, So again, it's open to interpretation for yourselves. But those are the three things. Let me know in the comments if you guys feel the same way, or if there's something, like I said, that you look forward to in a game, or look for specifically in a game. We're going to pick up where we left off, but I also, when I was looking back at older footage, I haven't been doing the dad jokes, and I apologize to you guys, because I'm sure that's why you're here. So why couldn't the roll of toilet paper cross the road? Because it got stuck in the crack. You can expect more high quality humor like that on these wonderful session gameplay series here. So if you don't know, on the Busy Gamer Dad channel, we take a look at a game over the course of 3 episodes, 20-30 minutes. This week we're taking a look at Sea of Stars. I know that there's a AAA release of Star Citizen at the time of this recording, and we'll probably take over the YouTube meta and the Twitch meta and all that stuff for a while. It looks really fun. I'm not going to play it anytime soon, though, because I'm a busy gamer and I can't invest 100 hours into a game in a week. I can barely invest 10. So come along with me on this journey. We're going to take a look at Sea of Stars. This is our session 2. Yes, session 2. And we're going to pick up right where we left off. Headmaster Moraine, make sure to treat the wound and soothe the boy. He's not the complaining type, but if the pain seems to return, please send for me. Understood, Headmaster. You will not see your friend for a very long time. If you have any parting words, speak them now. Oh, and I apologize. I was saying Valerie last time. Her name is Valier. That's how you say that name. It's Valier. If there was an IE at the end of it, it would be Valerie, but it's Valier. I believe it's French. I'm not entirely sure, though. Can't he come and stay with us? How long is very long? Like a week? The eagerness of youth. It takes years to properly train Solstice warriors. Years? No way. But your friends have much to learn. I would suggest you use that time to reflect upon what happened today. With any luck, it will help you forget any ideas of getting involved with the burden that is not yours to bear. So, last episode, the forming of our story was our young hero and heroine, Zale and Valier, with the help of Garl there, opened up the Forbidden Caverns, and they were attacked by monsters, and Garl lost an eye. Guys, don't forget about me. Never. Now, one thing I want to make sure that I call out is, look at the sprites. They actually put sprites together for blinking, for their eyebrows, for turning the sprites left, right, back. They have stern faces, surprised faces. They took a lot of time to put those assets in the game. And they may, I don't know how often they will use them, but in the short time that I played the game to, we'll say, prepare myself for the recordings here, I don't think we come back to these childhood sprites ever. We'll train really hard. Maybe it won't take so long. But that's one of the things that I think is really endearing about this game, being a love letter to like 90s RPGs from like the Super Nintendo and the Genesis era. Maybe even Nintendo 64 too, the pixelated games of the yesteryear. You can see the trees swaying, the clouds shifting, the capes and cloaks moving, their hair bobbing. Welcome to Zenith Academy. In this ancient place of knowledge, you will learn everything you need to know in order to become a true Solstice warrior. We've been waiting for this for so long. When do we start? Tomorrow, though I believe a proper introduction is in order. Careful now. So you can see the background there, the village below. You are literally going up in the sky. Welcome to the classroom in the sky. Whoa, it's beautiful. I'm feeling a weird resonance, like when I opened the Forbidden Cavern. Good on you for noticing that. Getting closer to the stars helps new recruits get acquainted with their innate magic. It shows great promise that you were able to feel it before, and Zale too, from what Arlena told me. Oh, it was just a small burst. They have no idea how much potential they have. It is probably for the best. Now, in the many years you will spend at the Zenith Academy, you will learn about the duties incumbent upon Solstice warriors, of the magic you are destined to wield, and the evils it is meant to cleanse. We'll learn how to fight too, right? Naturally. You will spend your days training and studying, but most importantly, sewing. It's very important for warriors and Solstice warriors especially to know how to sew. Sewing? That sounds boring. Oh, I can assure you it is. I like Moraine, but at the same time I don't like Moraine. He doesn't mince words, but he's also the kind of headmaster where I feel he's always hiding something. A mandatory task nonetheless. All who would join our order begin by weaving their will into an enchanted piece of fabric, the staple of the Solstice warrior. It is their most prized possession, guaranteed delight in the darkest places and a measure of protection against the minions of the Fleshmancer. But first, you must learn of your duties. Train until you cannot feel your limbs, and then train some more. Once both your body and mind are ripe with potential, you will create a piece of fabric worthy of the very stars. You will then set out beyond the Forbidden Cavern to meet with the Elder Mist, for it alone may officially grant you the title of Solstice Warrior. Sewing. I understand it is not what you were hoping for, but it is what is required of you for the time being. Years of sewing. That will be all for today. You will be spending a lot of time in these halls, so you should make yourselves at home. To the left is the training room. You will go there first thing in the morning. Just above is the way to my chambers. It is off limits, of course, naturally. And if you into your right of your dormitories, just make sure you pick a bed aligned with your innate magic. Feel free to look around, then go to sleep when you're ready. Good night. So part of when I was preparing for the game was to streamline a little bit here. There's nothing that I found on the left-hand side going into that training room, but there are a couple of people that you can talk to, like, well, one person right now. I remember when Arlena and Brewgraves were your age. They wouldn't stop running. Ugh, I feel old now. When I play this game, I feel slightly old too. But I also have my, level 40 unlock shirt on, so that's awesome. I did see this book over here, and I'm not sure if this plays into it in the future, coming back to Zenith in the later portion of the game. Like, they don't say anything about it, but sewing basics would be really good to have. Now, one thing I'm going to do here, and you'll see this on the save, save it here, is I'm actually going to back out, and I wanted to show you guys this before. And this talks about the investment in the time. Look at the campfire now. You see the party members around the campfire. You see young Valier and you see young Zale around the campfire. And like I said before, that changes with the flow of the game. You get more party members, you get more people showing up around your campfire. So again, an investment to detail, an investment to the aesthetic of the game. And like I mentioned, I think I mentioned it last episode, the bottom right hand corner, depending on who you have in your party, the sprites change too. There's they get the older sprites or the younger sprites. So this side, I don't know, and I have not been able to find out yet, because I did do a little bit of research, but not a lot. These are the looms that we'll be weaving at, but I don't think there's anything more than a sun and a moon goddess. So on this side is the sun. I think this bed is for me. Let's find yours. So the orange, yellow is for the sun, and then that's the Zale's side, and then this side is for Valier. All right, off we go. Next to the training room. Brugaves. So you'll be our trainer. I wish. Arlene and I are leaving tomorrow, but the headmaster was kind enough to let us make your first day special. Are you ready for training? You bet. That's what I like to hear. I reckon these should be well suited for the two of you. So we get our first training weapons. Zale receives training sword. Valier received training staff. All right, let's get to work. So off to the races we go. Running laps. Huff, huff. You got this, Valier. Don't give up now. Never. I don't know exactly how old they're supposed to be, but I know I could not run continuous laps as a kid, unless there was some incentive. But I can do this. Climbing up and down a ladder, doing practice swings, all that stuff. But, there's different times. That form is horrible. The push-up form is horrible. It's like a sine wave. It's a wet noodle. 99, 100. That's it for today. You did great. Phew. That was a lot. Feel free to take a break. Arlene will see you on the terrace whenever you're ready. All right, off we go. To the terrace, which is right out here. And she gives us our first magic lesson. Oh, there you are. Ready to learn magic? It should feel as something is scratching an itch far away from you. You must focus on that sensation and compel it to come closer. I think it's working. Hey, you startled me. I almost had it. Now mine's gone too. It's okay. Just breathe slowly. Try to release only when you feel its current passing in front of you. If your timing is true, it will manifest on 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I felt it. It tickles. Right there, you just did the hardest part. I'm sure your training will go well, but one more thing. No matter what the headmaster teaches you, remember that this is your life and Arlena. Since you are done onboarding our new recruits in the ways of magic, I will provide the briefing for your next assignment. As for the two of you, it is about time you tried that sewing kit. Move along now. Like I said, there's something there. And making a piece of fabric worthy of the very stars, sure, is a tall order. Yeah, I have no idea what shape to even make. At least the headmaster said we won't get it right the first time. Phew, I'm bored. What are you doing? I'll just take a walk around for a little bit. So, if you know anything about sewing, looms are wonderful pieces of machinery. They really are. And it takes a really patient hand to work with them. And if you are able to do that and have the skills for it, good on you. You keep saying that, but the Fleshmancer left our realm for good when the Dweller of Strife was destroyed. So why can't they have a normal life? And you know the three of us can take the one on Wrath Island. We don't need them. Prudence, Arlena. There is no telling what threats we may face in the future. Valir and Zale were brought to Mooncradle by the Great Eagle. It is not the place of the headmaster to question such things, and neither is it yours. So how much is enough? What about Moyara? What about the twins? Pissed him off. He made him mad. Brugaves! Do not judge a sacrifice you cannot begin to comprehend. This conversation is over. They will study here while you carry on with your investigation. On the first eclipse, after their training is complete, they will join us for the cleansing. Learn as much as you can until then. But let's just go, Brugaves. And so they trained and they sewed for days and then for months. Faster now. See, the magic is actually getting bigger and more manifesty. Focus and then release. That's a technical term, manifesty. And the longer a dweller is left to its devices, the stronger it gets. This makes patrol duty essential. Let one grow for too long and you will have a world eater on your hands. Against such a foe, even a legion of Solstice warriors would be helpless. Since delaying only increases the chances of a world eater, cleansings always target the strongest dwellers known to us. Headmaster, if dwellers are immune to our magic, how can we fight them? Ah, that is why cleansings are always performed during a total eclipse. In these moments only, the dwellers' weaknesses are exposed. How many dwellers are left? Just the one known as the Dweller of Woe. But we cannot know for sure. The Fleshmancer just may have planted other seeds of evil before leaving our world. Thus, we must always remain vigilant. Headmaster? Yes, Valir? What happened to the Dweller of Strife, and who's Moyara? Moyara? Moyara, yep. That will be all for today. See, so he's not telling us everything. A few weeks later, a sound in the night. Bump in the night. Valir, wake up! Zale, what is it? I think I heard a voice coming from the entrance. What time is it? Who cares? Let's go check it out. Alright. So off we go to check out the noise, the bump in the night. Nothing possibly can go wrong here. Nothing at all. I think this is the entrance over here. Yes, this is the entrance. What's this? What's this? Hey, look! Oh, smells good. There's a note. Dear Valir and Zale, if you're reading this, it probably means I got caught. I'm writing this as a failsafe, but I hope to see you in person. I made cookies filled with the celestial willow jam, like you liked. Aw. Keep reading. I'm doing everything I can to be ready to leave when you graduate. In the meantime, I hope your training is going well. Oops, now the platform is almost up, and I can see Moraine is there, waiting for me. He looks very angry. I'll try to drop the jar without him noticing. I guess this means I won't be able to try and visit again, but I'm thinking of you every day and can't wait. I hope you like the cookies. Your friend until the end of time. Garl. Garl's the best. Let's go up on the disc and eat the cookies. Got a jar of cookies. So one of the things that I think about is how the celestial jam could have made the power strong enough for them to open the door prematurely. Maybe that's not the case, but I like to think that's the thing. So that's why Garl is kind of an integral person to the story. And for other reasons too, we will see. These cookies are amazing. I can't believe Garl was just there. I miss him so much. He seems well, at least, after what happened in the Forbidden Cave. Knowing him, I bet he smiled it away the next day. Haha, you're probably right. We can't let something like this happen ever again. At this rate, it feels like we'll never sow something good enough for the Elder Mist. It will happen. We just have to keep on training hard. And so they trained and they sowed for years. And then they trained and they sowed some more. And look, he got better form. And now he's doing one-arm push-ups. Until one day... Now in the bottom corner, they're the adult sprites. It's right there. Zale, that's the one. I can feel it too. Hold on. Alright, I think I got it too. Let's go see the headmaster. And off we go. See the headmaster. Headmaster, we think we're ready. Why yes, the tingling of magic in the air has been building up for a few weeks now. Congratulations, moving forward there will be no more sewing. I can deal with that. It will soon be time for you to leave on your journey to meet the Elder Mist. But before we get to that, Zenith Academy has one more challenge for you. Oh, our visitors had just arrived. Perfect timing. My, you both grown pretty strong. Hey, it's good to see you. Arlene and Brugraves are here to help you review the basics of combat. Check in with them, then it will be time for your final test. Ready to go through the basics of magic? No need. Damage types and MP management are keys to survival. So we can skip this if we want to. Basically, it circles back to the timed hits. If you can do timed hits, you recover MP. There's also damage types and healing types out there that we can go through, and you can always have MP in your reserves. You always want to make sure that you don't overdo it with the spells, because that does transfer to the next fights. Nope, we don't need to do the basics of combat. Timing your hits and blocks are important. The blocks are also important because that reduces the damage you take. I'm not as good with the timing on the blocks, but that's kind of intended, and it's a little bit forgiving in some ways, but it's because you have to pay attention to who your main character is that you have selected, whether it's Valir or Zale. If there's a group attack, you can actually block just focusing on them and their sprite when the attack hits them, and that will block it for the whole group. So some pro tips there. All right. Slides on combat basics can be viewed in the how to play menu. So that's one of the things that I like about this game also, is the how to play help menu. If you forget, like a busy gamer like me, I can't pick this up all week and I totally forget how to play this game. We are ready for our final test. Then let us begin the final exam. Hopefully we've studied enough. The big day has finally come. Over the years, Zenith Academy has tested you in many ways. It will now test you one last time. Have you prepared your vows? Yes, Headmaster. Then speak them now. You go first, Dale. Okay. So that I may use my ability to cleanse this world and protect my companions, I will enter the world as a blade dancer. I choose the curved blade as it will not hinder my speed or reflexes. Welcome, Blade Dancer. Come on, Valier. I did it. Now it's your turn. This is basically our Knight's Oath or Fealty Oath. So that I may use my strength to inspire hope and eradicate evil, I will become a battle monk. I choose the staff, for it won't break no matter how hard I strike. Welcome, Battle Monk. Today you must demonstrate mastery of everything Zenith Academy has taught you. Your final challenge awaits you below. Please step aside. Before I forget, here is a little something to help keep your health full. Obtain tomato club sandwiches. They're not bad. Now, with faith in your abilities and purpose in your actions, take the leap and return as the new recruits of our order. I'm ready, Valier. Let's just go for it. That is the best way to approach cliff jumping. Cannonball! Wow! And then we are in the training catacombs. So we will save this for next time, our third and final episode on the Busy Gamer Dad channel session series for Sea of Stars. Hope to catch you there. This has been a lot of fun, and hopefully you enjoy it. And like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff if you feel so inclined. And if not, your viewership and your time was just enough. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you then. Bye.